call has been forwarded to an automatic.
Okay, you back? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I forgot to press the record button on the first part. So that's the way it goes. So now we're on page Kaf Aleph. And we're going to read the part across the top of Kaf Aleph. There's going to be some detail in here, some things that we know already. But let's see what it is. Hakadamak l'kavanas habrachos shel hadlakas ner Chanukah. The Amnam, says like this. So here's the reading across the top. Inyan kavanas birchos hadlakas ner. So the Inyan, that's kavana. Heim sovavim al yichud echad. They really refer to one specific type of yichud. He says elyon, in a very pedimistic place, the shalem and nikra ner. And so elyon of the shalem and nikra ner. Now he says he has an elyon was one thing that's panimi, the shalem, and it's complete. When it's complete, it's called ner. Like we know this from other places, which I'm not sure that I know this. So the whole bebirchusim shalom over there. Kisham nizbar yichud zeh al maskonto v'ayin sham. Let's read on more. V'inyano bekitzarhu. So now we're trying to understand this briefly. Kishlosha bechinas yesh yichud shall yichud yesh l'zun. There's three different ways in which he said bechinos, so there's different conditions. So he said of the yichud of zun. Arishon hu bechinas havaya ekya. Now he says it like this, and so now we're going through some places that we may have seen in other places, especially in the Rishash. So Arishon hu bechinas havaya ekya. The misparo comes to gematria 47, maz. Hasheni hu bechinas havaya elokim. It comes to the mispar of Yabuk. That's our old Yabuk, or the Yabuk River. Hashlish hu bechinas havaya adni. And it comes to this mispar of Tzadi Aleph. Lepamim misyachad echad bebechina achas. So sometimes there's a yichud that's just in one of the bechinos. He says, Lepamim b'shteihem, and then sometimes it's in two bechinos. Lepamim b'shloshtam, and then sometimes it's in all three. V'oz hu hayichud hagamor. So that's maybe why I said shalom previously. Is because that's where you find the real, complete, and total yichud. V'az hanuk nikra ner. And when that happens, that you're going to have a gematria there of 250, which is the gematria of ner. Kamispar shisha shemos and niskarim. It goes according to the 6 names that we've mentioned. Okay, now we're going to go back and we're going to look at the Tiva Kavanos on this. And let's see, it starts on number Kaf Tes. Kaf Test. It says, Adara Yevaya Harav Inyan V'Kavanas, the Brachos of Ner Chanukah. Turn the page. Let's see what he says. He says, Yesh Yichud Echad Elyon V'Shalom and Nikra Ner, which is called by the name Ner. And how to get the Ner? Because who begematria, if you take Avaya Ekya, Avaya Elokim, and Avaya Adni, V'Yachtam, and you take the gematrias together, Heim Kazeh, and he shows them to you how they make the shiluvim of them, the really concept of combining them. Umispara Shloshach Yehudim, and you take the gematria of the 3 Yehudim, Elu Olim Kamisper Ner, they come to gematria of Ner. Now, since Ner seems to be a big part of Chanukah, so therefore we have to look at this, and this, but they could look amon. But the Nikra Yichud Ze Yichud Ner. So this Yichud, the big time Yichud, is called the Yichud called Ner. Kusha Osim HaBracha Lahadlik Ner. When you say that bracha, Lahadlik Ner Chanukah, Naasim Shlosha Yechudim, that bracha itself causes these Yechudim to come together, and that's the Ner that you're talking about there, the Ner of Chanukah, the Yichud, the ultimate Yichud, he says, of the three Yichudim, Na'aseh Shlosha Yichudim Eile B'Shleimus, V'Na'aseh HaZivug HaSholem Yaakov V'Rachot Gaboshi Yisboya L'Kamon. Now, our original posture, I'm just thinking, was that Chanukah is different because it gets, the Shefa comes directly into the nook. He didn't say those words, but she gets it by herself. That's really the word he was using. So at any rate, we have that thought in mind, and we go on. So he said, Yichud Elyon, so this concept, Yichud Elyon, Zeh, Hanikra Ner, Mavur Vehete V'Shachar Kavana B'Tefilus Shachris Tefilus Amida in that final bracha of Sim Shalom. Because that's when the Yichud takes place. But noted the call Zivug Sarak Lichiyos Bechinas Ner Kazeh. So you have to understand that if you have a real, complete, and total Yichud, it has to be that. Let me read his words again. V'noted the call Zivug Sarach. Every Yichud has to be Lichiyos Bechinas Ner Kazeh, which is Havaya Ekia, Havaya Elokem, and Havaya Adni, V'Jis Boyer Lukamon B'Tov Tam. So we're going to get into that with a little more detail. So he said, so he says in a short version, this is what he said, so he says, actually, these Yehudim take place, and where I'm at here, he said, there we go, and that was going to be explained. So he says, Yichud Rishon HaElyon, so the first Yichud, which is the top one, now, what we know about that, what does this mean? What does it mean? He says that the docher, which is the Havaya, which is Havaya, v'hanuk is Akia. So this is Zocher v'nuk in that sense. So how do we understand the Yichud? The Yichud is mixing the letters together in what he calls the Shilav, alternate letters. Hainu os b'shem Havaya v'os b'shem Ekia Kazan. He's going to spell it out for us, and he shows it to us what it looks like. B'kach na'asach hayichud, and that actually the kavana on this, it's a kavana really, that what you're doing is you're placing these two together and you're making a yichud there. And mispar shemos elu, it comes to the gematria of Maz 47. The Chavaya Ola Kof Vav, the Ekia Ola Kof Aleph, it put Kof Vav and Kof Aleph together, it gives it the number Maz. That is significant, but I don't know what its power is, but he's just telling us this is the top of the Yehudim. V'yachad Hemaz, v'hu HaMadrega HaMa'ula, this is the highest level, Mishloshtam v'hu B'chabad. It takes place in the Chabad, so maybe we'll see that next time. So at any rate, so he said going on, he says, Yichud Hasheni is B'Bechidas Shilav Havaya V'Elokim Kazeh, and then he shows it to us. And he said, V'chu Darko Shaku Havaya Olaku V'Elokim, which is this fairly common in the Rishash, this Yabuk. He says, "V'havai Elohim shehira malchus olapo." It comes to 86. V'yachad he begematria yabok v'hu b'chagat. This goes in the chagat stage. So now you're in the middle kind of idea. Next one, yichud ashlishi b'bechid shilav v'havai v'adni kazeh. So then you take the third one, you make a shilav over like that, and it looks like this. So this is the male aspect, which is Havaya. He comes to the gematria of Kuv, 26. You mix it with Adni, the whole which is Samach He, V'yachad in gematria Tzadei Aleph, and we see this a lot of different places here, this mixed, V'hu Benai, that would be in the Nai, that would be the lowest part. This is a Yichud Zun, right? The Yichud Zun, top, middle, and bottom. V'yesh zemanim shezun misyached, and there were time when Zun is miyached, rak bebechinas tachtona bekulim, where it only has a Yichud in the bottom part. Shuchu havai v'adni kazeh. V'lepamim b'shachris, and sometimes, excuse me, but two of them. Yesh zemanim shehem misyachlim gam b'bechinach hashniya, hainu gam havai v'adni, v'gam v'chayichud hasheni shu havai elokim kazeh. And then there's all of the other times, and he shows it to these, us to them. And then he has the two of them together. V'yesh zemanim shezun misyachlim gam b'yachad b'yichud elyoin, which is the yichud which he's saying is taking place in the Chabad. And then it looks like this, Havaya Ekya. So it's going from the bottom to the top. First the bottom one, then the middle one, and the bottom one, and now all three. And he shows all of them together. And he says, when you get all the three of them together, the way we said, that is the complete and total yichud. Just the same one like we had over in Sim Shalom when we bring all the parts together. That is because there's the Chabad Chag 9, but because Shmona Esrei and all of the brachos. Let me see where we still have a little bit more. That's when she's called by the name Ner. So this is the process of bringing her ha'ara to herself. Yichud the Rishon is like this, and he shows them all the way down. The add them all up down at the bottom of Shloshim Yachad Olim Kaminyan Ner. Last one here. Hainu Chavavaya ve'eki Havaya ve'elokim ve'Havaya ve'adne ve'yachad hem shisha shemos. There's 6 names here. The shisha shemos Elo Olim Kamizbar Ner Kanizgar. So it comes to the Mispar Ner, as we mentioned, and this is our kavanah here as we try to think about this one. That's it. Thank you so much for learning with me today.